All right, what's up, guys? Connor Ferguson here with Caleb Sloha, Josh Olmstead. Wave, Josh. You got it. Wave. He's getting over the flu right now. And Noah Nelson. He's our Rain Man guy. Ryan Preece wins a unpredictable clash at, I almost said Daytona, at Bowman Gray. And Spencer Bayston picks up a win in the World of Outlaws season opener in his new car driving for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. So a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to get to all of it at some point. Before we get started, I'd love to thank the fine folks with Chris Weiser and the Weiser Properties. Caleb, is this the banner, or do you got another one?
Is what?
Is this what we're doing for the show?
Yep.
Okay. We got some cool stuff in the works. I haven't shown it. I teased it yesterday night, but you guys will see it soon. And yeah, let's do the thing. It doesn't get more wild than that to start a NASCAR season. How are you guys doing?
And it's a late night.
You guys are the oldest crew in the.
I'm doing great.
I'm too. Noah and I might 12-hour this one.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Well, I don't know if I'm doing that great.
If we get $50 donated, Noah, will that cover it?
That'd
be below minimum wage. I don't think I can even.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that's like half of like what
We'll do it for the Watkins Glen race though. Potentially, that's on a Saturday. There's no shot.
Hey, it might sleep for that too. It's in May, so we could just bring these tires back out. SVG will probably be a whole minute ahead of the fucking second. I'm 2 minutes in.
So yeah, we can backwards go in whatever order you guys want to go.
Let's just talk about from kind of the LCQ and go from there.
The B-Man?
Sure, Connor.
I didn't watch the B-Man. I was doing radio things during the B-Man. So you guys recap the B-Man for me.
So I didn't get to either. The main point is Corey LaJoie did not make the field in the RFK car.
He got very close to doing it,
but he didn't.
And everyone named Caleb Sloha celebrated.
Any random Caleb Slohas out there?
No, there's not. I can tell you for a 1,000% fact that I am the only one in the world. So. Yeah. Ultimately, Bowman had to race his way in on the provisional. And I think for some reason he missed the race tonight, right?
Oh, no.
Where are you going with this?
Bowman raced the whole time. He was the only one of two Hendrick Motorsports.
Oh, my bad.
On our field.
My bad. I completely missed that he was even in the race.
You gotta be kidding me.
Top 10 like all night, man.
All night? No. He
ran top 10 for the 30 laps.
If Alex Bowman's group doesn't win the race, they're gonna win the party. And that's something you have to respect.
Well, that's great.
That's a win in Connor's book and about no one else's.
I hope winning
Shut the fuck up. There's at least damn it.
I hope winning the party gets you some good money to cash because
it can sometimes. Depends on the party.
But yeah, Bowman used the provisional, and then Barry and Cindric got in via vice versa, the last chance qualifier.
We'll do via. Establish a style guide on the show. I'm not doing that via stuff.
And then,
what do you think of kind of the LCQ and all that jazz?
Caleb, that's a great question. I'm so glad you asked. I only got to watch the final 10 laps through a stream on my phone. So I thought it was very entertaining, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Had a lot of good reviews. That's what I also didn't get a chance to watch it as at work, but I was able to kind of stay updated on it for the most part. And from everything I saw, at least with it being dry at the time and sunny, it looked like there was a lot of great racing and quote unquote, all right, now I'm not going to make the same mistake as we're over 5 minutes, quote unquote, that race fucked. So that's at least good to hear.
Well, and so that's also my thing too. Like, as far as the LCQ goes, is we started at 4 p.m. on a Wednesday, which granted, I know that wasn't the original plan. The snowstorm.
That wasn't even plan B or C.
Yeah,
so let's be fair.
But holy shit, man, people are still working. Like,
okay, would you rather the Clash have started at 8 p.m. tonight? Because
well, this particular specific Clash, maybe not.
We'd be just hitting the halfway point right now.
Dude, people love the Rolex 24. What about the 24 hours of Bowman Gray?
Yeah, but that's on a weekend. That's a weekend.
Yeah, well, sometimes plans change.
It took some of the fastest drivers on the planet 3 hours to go 50 miles, and that's a whoops.
Well, speaking of whoopses, Caleb, what did you think of the half the Hendrick fleet running themselves out of gas?
Dumb morons.
I
mean, it happens to Larson. I can understand that. But then it was Chase Elliott next, right?
Correct.
Yes.
And if I'm NASCAR, I'm pissed off at that point.
Well,
because
and then
it's the same.
For what?
Running yourself out of fuel and making us.
Everybody is trying to push the envelope to its absolute limit. Now you're clearly stupid for running out, especially with 55 laps to go. You're really stupid for running out. I don't think you're getting more lap times out of that, but there's smarter people that probably believe they are.
Clearly, not everybody was pushing the envelope because there was only one team that ran out under green both times.
Well, and not to mention the fact it's not like they were like a tenth faster than everybody. Like they weren't leading really. Like
no, I mean it does definitely help. I think it was Mike that said 1 gallon of fuel weighs about 6 pounds. I mean it definitely does help. However, you have to. I mean these guys make thousands and thousands of dollars to make these calls. You have to know that you're going to do that. And I get it, but to do it twice under green
feedback
is a problem. And then you had the deal where Byron then goes and pits for fuel, and then NASCAR brings everybody down, and then Byron's throwing a fit because he wants a spot back. Sorry, but you kind of put yourself in that position. Your team put you in that position. That whole team.
Didn't he pit when they said they could pit?
Everybody pit when they said they could pit.
Yeah, he pit before they said everyone could pit.
On the same caution.
No, okay. Just before. Yeah. Just before. That's why they were throwing a fit, because then they wanted their spot back, which they then
got their spot back.
Yep.
Well, also, question for you, Caleb, just for you. Why doesn't Alex Bowman get any credit for managing his fuel better than two of the best drivers in NASCAR?
Because he was deep in the field and he had to check up a lot more than the guys that happened to be.
Oh my God, that's such horseshit. He saved 55 more laps of fuel.
I will give him credit. Being 3/4 of a second off the leaders does have an advantage. You save a lot of fuel.
I want to bring up.
Were you watching where he was like an embarrassment? Joey Logano was a damn wrecking ball tonight.
He wasn't the only one.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
I mean, it was a little bit of a mess tonight. We had Bubba Wallace versus Hocevar.
Which I have thoughts on.
We have Bubba Wallace versus Daniel Suarez.
Daniel Suarez versus all of the Trackhouse cars.
Yeah, Daniel Suarez versus Trackhouse.
That one started in a contract room about 9 months ago, in case you were wondering.
Yeah.
A contract room?
Yeah, man, it's a room just for contracts. I made it up and I'm sticking with it.
If we ever get a headquartered building, I want you to dedicate. We're going to have a contract room.
Yeah, wonderful.
I mean, the smallest damn room in the damn place.
It's just a closet.
We can frame my first like contract agreement. We can just put it in there.
All right, Noah, you said
he's already claiming the wall space.
It's my room, damn it.
We got to be smart about what we put up there.
I want to bring up a point that Noah made earlier, going back to the fuel management with the Hendrick cars and saying that they weren't up front. To be fair, Larson and Elliott were both top 5 cars until it got wet.
Yeah, well, if my aunt had mail parts, she'd be my uncle.
I'm just using that as like a counterpoint.
All right, Noah, you said you had comments about the Suarez deal.
This is going to be my great 2026 campaign. Carson Hocevar needs to get bullied like that more. That needs to happen more often.
Because guys like that are good for the sport, according to the fans.
I like being aggressive. I like having a personality. I value both of those traits. I don't value being completely brainless with some of the shit that you do.
This is very interesting coming from the guy that is also kind of a Ross Chastain fan.
Well, listen. Like, I think that my frontal lobe's a little more developed now than it was then, Josh.
3 years ago?
Up. Yes. Yeah, your frontal lobe's not done develop until you're 25, Pookie. You're right there.
We're throwing out Pookie now.
And we're also doing the scientific belief that the day you turn 25 is the day.
Yeah, man, that's a hard cutoff.
It just automatically I'm done.
I'm like 26 days from that. Like, I'm terrified, guys. Then my last year of health insurance starts. Oh, Jesus, man. I'm getting old.
All right, so Noah wants to see Carson Hocevar bullied more.
Yeah, you have to bully a little bit to get him to be smart aggressive. It's what you guys do to me on NASCAR 25. You've seen benefits from that. And so I want to take that campaign and apply it to Carson Hocevar, because I did laugh my ass off watching him slide through that infield grass.
You guys play NASCAR 25 without me?
It's not cross-platform.
Oh, yeah, that's stupid-ass game.
Now
that the nostalgia has worn off, by the way, I'm like C+ maximum.
Really?
I'm going D. I'm going D+.
Oh my god!
I just did it.
No,
that's fucking put multiplayer on the damn game.
I mean,
my little cousin was in tears that we couldn't play it together. He had no idea.
Steve Myers made Connor's cousin cry. You heard it here first.
Yep. He bawled his eyes out.
I didn't see anything that was like outrageously egregious from Hocevar tonight, like I've seen in the past. Especially, I mean, my leniency bar, you really get extra mileage out of it when it's an exhibition. Like the cautions and everything, it was kind of a disaster of a race, but like it's an exhibition, so I don't care. If we're having that same issue during the Coke 600 or at Martinsville or whatever, I'm going to be like, hey, what's going on here? This is an exhibition. Especially, we had freaking sleet. It wasn't even just rain. It was sleet. Like, you could see an ice glaze on the wall of the track, and we still sent the cars out there. I'm just going to give them the benefit of the doubt because, of that. So I don't know. I mean, in my mind, Hocevar didn't do anything that's too crazy. I think it's completely fair to be aggressive in a race like this. I also think it's fair for Bubba to show displeasure and, kind of have at it in a situation like this.
It's like when Ross would do something like, circa 2 or 3 years ago, and it would be a little more on the benign side. But because he had the reputation of evil Ross, everybody was immediately like, okay, this guy. So I think there's some of that too in it. Ultimately, like I said, be aggressive, be have a personality, be inflammatory, be polarizing, but also maybe don't be completely like just not thinking about other people either.
Noah was so close to a BE aggressive chant there. I don't think you could get humanly closer without saying it. That's a lot. A couple comments here from some people. listening. This is about Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s sprint car that Spencer Bayston won with tonight, saying the 7T car looks nice. Brad talking about Alex Bowman. This is hauler driver for a very successful sprint car team, just so everyone's aware. Very important person. He said he likes to party.
I hear you, Brad. Me too.
Then Josh Betts, love Josh Betts. Thanks for watching, buddy. So tonight affirmed what I've thought for a while. An all-star race at Bowman Gray would be outstanding. I completely agree. Dover has no business hosting that. Dover should be hosting a regular season points race or a playoff race. But this race should be at Bowman Gray. I don't necessarily want to see it. I want to see the Clash go back to Daytona. I don't get how NASCAR fans are this short-minded. That what? Go ahead.
So although I've said the Clash should be at Daytona ever since they took it from Daytona, I don't want this to come across as I'm one of the Twitter sheeple who wants what is old to be new again all of a sudden. I've been saying this since they took it from Daytona. Especially the way the next gen car on the super speedways when you're not fuel saving races. I think it's awesome. What?
Did the guy who has spent the last 2 months bitching about I need all 36 race back points format and Clash needs to be at Daytona? Did he say I'm not one of those, old needs to be new again?
I'm telling you, I've maintained these opinions since before they were popular.
Okay,
that's all.
Not a hypocrite. Just
not a hypocrite, but
steadfast.
He is a old needs to be new again person.
I'm not like other girls, Caleb. No. So this other comment here from Josh Betts saying he would trade the Clash going back to Daytona for a Bowman Gray All-Star race. That's actually exactly what I think. I think that the Clash should be at Daytona. Make it a short race with some pole winners, just like it should be. Instead of everybody has a chance to be in the Clash, and then have the All-Star race at Bowman Gray and do Connor's B main and everything else. Yeah, 5 lug nut. Yeah, you guys get me. Oh, you guys get me.
I'm on board with 5 lugs. I'm far on board with the 5 lug nut.
And I also the Clash at New Smyrna is a very intriguing thought. I think that would be fun. Apparently,
we're gonna bring that up again when we talk about speed weeks and all that.
Yeah, apparently Ryan is driving to New Smyrna tonight, so Godspeed to him.
Let's talk Ryan Preece. Short track king, has very much worked his way to the top level. Has now gotten there and gotten his first career NASCAR win. Josh just comments about the B main, calling it the last chance qualifier. Pissed me off. Josh, you lost my damn momentum here. Seriously, the road to NASCAR that Ryan Preece has had and what he's done to get there is already impressive. Seeing him win this is very fun. And I love the interview he gave after. He cussed like 5 times within 60 seconds of the camera being on.
Yeah, they were all the same word. It was awesome.
Ryan Preece.
Was it all fuck?
Yeah, every single one of them, man.
I thought he said shit once.
He might have, but
I love people that cuss in front of children.
I just heard he quadrupled down is what people are saying. So
Ryan Preece, Jimmy Rogers. Can't think of too many more right now. John Girard.
Chad Ochocinco. I don't know. I'm just also.
Did he cuss in front of children?
I don't know. I don't know if he would or not, but
embrace debate.
Was it 2018 that Preece was at Joe Gibbs in the Xfinity Series?
17 and 18, I think he had races both years.
So Rain Man there.
But basically, so the history of this, Preece had some NASCAR rides here and there. And then in 17, 18, basically bet on himself, put all his money, put all his chips in, and, bought a Joe Gibbs Racing ride. And he went and won at Iowa. And, he did kind of prove himself. But then again, you still have to have continuing funds after that. And so, he kind of faded away in a sense. But yeah, then, Brad Keselowski has really taken a chance. Obviously, Before this, it was JTG, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So he's still always kind of had a shot, but like he's competing now, and
he also was at Haas before after JTG too, just so we're all on the same timeline.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's huge for that guy because he's one of the people that can actually be in the sport and get paid and not just bring sponsors and that's it. And he's had a proven track record of betting on himself and winning the hand rather than betting on himself and going into turn one and having brakes explode, or betting on himself and not making it out of the last chance qualifier.
The B main, Caleb, the B main. I got you. Don't you worry.
My bet just hit. I was texting my radio group chat. I'm sorry. I'm multitasking. I'm not doing good.
If your bet hit, you're doing good. Listen.
It's our rollover bet. I make a big deal about it when it hits because they make fun of. I bet the different guys in the NHL to record 1 or 2 shots in a game, and so it hits pretty easy. But anyways,
and so
that went way over Caleb and Josh's heads. I can tell they have no idea what words just came out of my mouth.
I was gonna say You're telling me Mr. DraftKings himself is not going to know what you're talking about?
I know everything you're talking about, buddy.
He's the fan you're dueling against every time you place a parlay.
There's currently a bet that I have on the TV behind my screen right now.
Hell, my dad's texting me about shit he's doing on Sleeper for NBA right now too. Like it's everywhere.
Yeah, everybody's addicted. Okay. That's racing. That's baseball.
Puppies and baseball.
Stars tied it up. Sorry. Okay, back to racing. Can we talk, Caleb? Can I trash on furries real quick?
On furries?
Yeah.
Always.
No. You think that's a good idea?
I want.
Okay, how in the hell do we get celebrities dressed like old villains from Power Rangers TV episodes to sing into a microphone and then have other people in the room guess who's singing into the microphone, put it on TV? Who the fuck watches that?
More people than watch the Clash, apparently.
That's what I heard. I'm the country's gone mad.
We should
sorry
not.
I'm shouting. I forgot the microphone's right next to my mouth, and that was probably a bad idea. So if I hurt your ears, that's on me.
Get loud about it, brother. Let them know.
I was always taught that TV broadcast stays with the live event. I was always taught that live sports are a big property. Why the fuck are we getting bumped to Fox Sports 2 over a
not even
competition without when they're in NASCAR costumes?
Because IndyCar is new best friend. Fox doesn't give a shit about NASCAR. Hey, at least we don't have fucking comic book cartoons.
The Fox IndyCar deal is amazing. Why don't we get that shit?
Because they hate us. They want us to suffer. But we don't have comic book
cartoons.
NASCAR wants to have more control over the advertising and stuff like that. They don't let Fox do as much. They don't take a better money deal to get all the races on national TV, even though they probably should.
We should be in front of as many eyes as possible at any
given time. If ratings are all that big, then why aren't we fucking taking the most friendly TV deals we can?
And then maybe we wouldn't go fucking head-to-head with IndyCar all the time, too.
I'd love it. Yeah, you can't go head-to-head with IndyCar if both races are on national.
Exactly.
What do we think that the Clash is going to have for viewers?
900,000.
Okay.
Really? Oh, it is a Wednesday night.
I was going to say 850. So, I mean, that's pretty close. So the last numbers that I could find on this one website, which is super not verified, by the way, and I have no idea, but
is it meth streams or crack streams?
No, it's not. So they were averaging on the low side 3 to 4 million. So
this is the numbers for The Masked Singer.
Yes.
That's nuts. Tell your grandparents to stop watching this shit. We can't have this as a country.
We used to be a proper country. You used to watch the Daytona 500 snowed in at your house and watching Cale Yarborough get in a fight. And now we got to get bumped for the Masked Singer so people can come on our comments and say, fuck Fox. Thank you, Dave.
I'm just
That's my dad. That's my dad. It's his
Yeah.
first comment in the show's history. This is not a good sign. He's found out how to comment. The wheels are off the bus now.
My brain stopped working at this comment.
Yeah.
Brad likes to party.
It would be kind of wild.
I'll never forgive them for taking Nazareth from me. I will take this as a replacement.
Yeah, that's completely fair. Completely fair. You guys got anything else?
The teams
Clash? On anything else on the Clash, because there's still
the
plenty
teams should
of-
be allowed to put on whatever tires they want whenever they want. Don't mandate
I
it.
agree. I'm so with you on this. Why the fuck are we babying them on strategy?
They're running themselves out of fuel and you're having to save them anyway. You might as well just fucking let them put on whatever tires they want.
Brad's got some heaters tonight, man.
Says the boomers stopped watching NASCAR and started watching Masked Singer because of 5 Lug Nuts.
Now you gotta listen to fucking Furry singing E minor because you can't hear.
Brantley Gilbert in a fox suit with a provocative tail.
For these tires, my biggest pet peeve that I had with the whole thing was Busch and Reddick came down pit road while the caution was out to put the tires on, got sent back out. No one said a word to them. And then when everyone comes down pit road for fuel, and then teams try to put a fuel only, and then teams try to put slicks on, then they're like, nope, can't do that. You have to stay on wets. Then Busch and Reddick were forced to go back to the wets. They put slicks on, proceeded to go back onto the track, and no one said a word.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely an L on NASCAR's part for not realizing that had happened, but also I give the L to the teams also, and including when they all came down, Hocevar and stuff, because I, as a viewer sitting on my couch, knew what the rules were. Why did the teams not know what the rules were?
Well, we have the advantage of people on the broadcast going, here's what the rules are.
But
the fact that that's not communicated,
It's their job.
They have a driver's meeting where they go over the rules before the race, actually.
Why does the booth know the rules? Because it's put out there. And let's be honest, it's not like this was a rule specifically for this event. That has been the rule regarding these tires always.
Was it Dover where we ran them on the oval, Caleb? Or
oh god,
I don't remember specifically. I know you were there, so
yeah, that's the problem. That was like a nightmare. It was great.
Did anyone else? I promised the listeners waiting for us to talk sprint cars. We're gonna get there, but did anyone else think the rain tires were faster once it got dry out, faster than the regular ones?
I don't know. I mean,
pay too much attention to that portion of it.
I guess I also wasn't looking at. Well, I wasn't looking at lap times specifically either. So,
I mean, I know they were 4 seconds off at one point, so I can't imagine that they gained that back.
Wow, the first lap on the wet tires, I thought we were in for a long night, and I suppose it was still a long night, but it looked like a hockey rink.
Legend has it we're still pacing.
Even though it was slower, it still looked faster. And I mean, we had 3 and 4 wide at Bowman Gray tonight. So, like, if that tells you anything. Plus, Mike Joyce said it best tonight. In the 90 years of this track, this was probably the first time that High Groove has ever been ran at Bowman Gray
with intention.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it was pretty interesting. And also, who had SVG leading his first laps on an oval, like, competitively
I saw some people predicting him to, like, if he wins this race, I'm going to predict him top 10 in the standings this year. Okay, man.
They figured something out at the end of last year. They got better. That was what I said they needed to do, because I know Caleb is sitting there like, I told you so.
I don't think this counts as proving yourself on no.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it was because right away, I mean, they started talking about, SVG on the wet tires, we'll see. And I was kind of like, I'm sure he'll do better, but like, I didn't think he was going to be that good. Because like it's still an oval, but yeah. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do, kind of throughout the season on the ovals, especially now if he can make his way into the playoffs, Chase, and there's no road course in the Chase now, so
rain, snow, or shine, it was like a.
My dad has reverted to commenting instead of texting me the things. So it says pit crews were not there. Race team mechanics pitted the cars. The pit crews weren't there. Jaquan Bailey not.
Crew chiefs were though.
What do you guys think about that?
Crew chiefs were.
If you're not having live pit stops,
Makes sense.
I kind of get it.
Especially like let the pit crew guys keep practicing and not have, don't risk anything crazy, having them come out for this, especially on a cold Wednesday night anyway. So, yeah.
Caleb's advocating for load management for the pit crews because of cold temperatures, just so everyone's aware.
Yeah.
Noah, do you know what this is? The Aqua Threads?
Connor, that's a great question. I'm so glad you asked. I do not.
Okay. Could be a typo. Not sure. Are we good to talk sprint cars, and then we'll talk the rest of Speed Weeks?
Yeah, we'll talk sprint cars and kind of what next week looks like.
I promised the people on our show last night, especially. I said come in and comment about sprint cars.
Here's my question. Earlier today, you put out on social media, you had Eric had the under, but you had the over on Bayston winning more than one race.
Yes, yeah.
So
and this race was show up points only, which was not publicized until 3:30 p.m. in a reply tweet on the World of Outlaws Twitter. And I don't want to lead with this, but I suppose we're going to, and I'm going to clip it and post it on social media. That is a fucking joke. It is a show-up points race. Publicize that. Put that out there. Let people know. We have our own version of the Bud Shootout. We run at the same fucking racetrack. We're going to run the next 3 nights. We're going to run 3 more points nights after this. And the first one just doesn't count. And that's fine, as long as everyone can agree. Now, I don't want to make the decision on if that counts towards the 1.5 on the over-under on Spencer Bayston winning 1.5 races. Eric questioned if he was going to get fired in the middle of the season. So all I know is that I got to go clip that tomorrow, make Eric look really stupid, and hopefully Spencer will win 2 races aside from this, and we won't have to worry about it. But God damn it, just be open and honest with what the races are, which ones are show-up points, why they're show-up points, and tell the fans so they're fucking educated. That's all I fucking ask for in the sport of sprint car racing, along with being a little bit more proactive about safety.
Did we see any, were the drivers and teams aware coming into this?
So the radio job is really kicking my ass, because when that happened, I wanted to text people, and I just didn't. I will text some of my guys and see if they knew. This is a typical thing that happens. I just wasn't aware of it until 3:30. It wasn't confirmed until 3:30. I think there's been a year where the first race has been World of Outlaws points. They used to do the All-Star Circuit of Champions, which was a regional tour, would sanction the first 2 nights. They'd do 5 in a row. And so the first 2 nights were non-points for either series that was there. And so they had 2 kind of preseason races. So It's not outside the realm of what they've typically done, but I think it's a slap in the face to fans when you just pull it on them at the last second. If that makes sense.
Yeah, we definitely need to advertise that a little better.
Aside from this, and my device is both simultaneously dying. If I cut out, I'll be right back with my headphones in. I might just take a timeout in 30 seconds and do it anyway. But Spencer Bayston looked fast as hell riding the cushion to the win. It's really impressive. I think he's with a good group. I think meshing early with a new team is really big. I told Ricky Stenhouse Jr. tonight that I said, I don't know what you think about momentum or if you believe in momentum or not, but I think getting the first one off the back right away like that, I think that's going to pay a lot of dividends, especially over the next 5 races for the series, I believe, are all at Volusia. So if not at least 5 before like March 7th or something. I could be wrong on that. But no, I think this is huge for Stenhouse Jr. It's Stenhouse Jr. Marshall Racing. But huge for that team and huge for Spencer Bayston to get that win. A couple other things. Donnie Schatz went from 21st to 5th. Garrett Williamson went from further back to 8th, past 2 more cars than him. But to see Donnie Schatz do that and look as fast as he did in the CJB car was amazing. Going down my list in my head here.
What about gravel?
Yeah, Gravel spun, and David Gravel last year was kind of the villain awakening for him, and he's always been I'm going to say what I say guy. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I'm just going to try to I'm going to live my truth, right? And I use that in other contexts as a joke, but he didn't want to really take a side about the wreck he got into tonight. He and Logan Schuchart made contact on the front stretch. Gravel went around spinning. Since it was a show up points only race, they just took the DNF. And so he didn't want to say anything. Then he saw the replay live on the Dirt Vision broadcast and said, "Oh yeah, he just literally turned me into the fence. Yeah, no, that's all on him." And that was entertaining as hell. I love the characters we got in dirt racing right now. I think Gravel's gonna. I don't want to predict this because he'll tell you, and he'll say it on our show when he comes on, and he'll say it to me when we do a video with him, that he's just telling it how he sees it, and he's not going to shy away from anything.
Well, and I think that's fair, though. Like, in his defense, like, he watched the replay, and he goes, oh, yeah, he just turned us.
Yeah.
He didn't go off and say, oh, he's a fucking idiot, and he, blah, blah. Like, it wasn't a personal thing. It was just, I see that he spun us, and you're like, yeah, I mean, I think that's a fair assessment.
But it goes back to kind of how politics are in America now. Every Kyle Larson fan is waiting for Gravel to say something controversial, and they're ready to get in the comments and go, yeah, that dickhead. Of course you said that.
I was so curious on where you were going to take that. It
doesn't end with this guy. Go ahead, Josh. Say that again, Josh.
I was so curious on where you're going to take that with that starting sentence. I was like,
yeah. And I'm not political like that, but there is a culture of that between politics, between so many people being able to have their own podcasts, us idiots talking about shit like this and overreacting to shit like that. So it just feels like that's like okay, I can catch this guy doing this. I'm gonna go point it out. So that's all I got for sprint cars. I'm gonna hit remove. I'm going to plug my laptop in, and I'm going to try to plug my headphones in and see if the microphone on there is good.
Okay.
Otherwise, our stream might crash. So
I'll take Speed Weeks. I'll start Speed Weeks. So officially the Clash was kind of part of Speed Weeks.
There used to be all sorts of shit that was part of Speed Weeks, actually.
Well, there still is. I should pull up. So I just real quick. I mean, we've got Volusia, we've got New Smyrna, we've got Daytona. We did post a full schedule on our social media. So if anybody wants to check out everything, I'm going to pull it up real quick.
It was quite the expansive list. That font was small.
It was a lot. So we also reference, if you hadn't seen it yet, Eric and Connor put out their predictions on World of Outlaws, everything from if Donnie Schatz retires at the end of the year to who's going to have the most wins, who's going to get Rookie of the Year. And they even did an over-under we talked about where Bayston, Eric had less than one, Connor had more than one. But there's 10 drivers in there that Eric and Connor actually went through and chose over-under on. So that's a good thing to check out as well. He did not put the schedule on Facebook.
Boo.
Boo this
He's
man. Boo
gonna
while he's
get
not here.
Fired. He is going to get fired. Now I'm going to have to dig through too. Okay, here it is. So,
Boo him,
this
he's
man.
bad.
Boo, Connor.
He probably can't even hear us.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we
Can you hear
can.
me?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes, we
Fire
can.
me, Caleb.
No,
Is that me that's echoing like this?
It's just you.
Uh-oh.
Do I need to turn my mic off?
No, you're doing great.
You're
We
not
can't
echoing
hear
for
it.
us.
It's just you. So anywho, I'm going to keep going while Connor figures his life out. So we've got a full Speed Week schedule up. Like I said, Volusia, New Smyrna, Daytona. He did have the Clash on there as well because we're in that time now. So next up tomorrow starts night 2, Volusia. Night 3 on Friday, and the World Series of Asphalt New Smyrna starts Friday as well, and that goes through next Saturday. Then, of course, on Wednesday, we have Daytona 500 practice and pole qualifying. So it is going to be a busy time. Like I said, you can see the full list.
That font's small, man. There's a lot happening.
And that is all between tonight and February 15th. So in the next 11 days. So
It's always race day. Can you hear that?
it's always race day. And Connor, I don't know if you want to add anything about the Speed Weeks.
I almost put AMA Supercross on there. Would that have pissed people off since the title is Daytona Speed Weeks?
I don't think it pissed
wouldn't,
people off, but
I wouldn't have titled it Daytona Speed Weeks just because most of it's
The first event's Bowman Gray. Everything else is happening in Florida.
Yeah, but Florida and Daytona are not the same.
Ryan Preece is driving there tonight. It's basically next door.
Oh, okay.
It's the same distance from Bowman Gray to New Smyrna as it is from the beginning of the Clash to the end of the Clash.
Oh, God.
Yeah, good point.
So for those that are watching, we are going to completely be changing the podcast experience starting next week, as long as all goes well. I was hoping this week, but things did not work out. But by next week, you guys stick around for next week's. Both dirt and asphalt should be different. And I'm super excited. I think it's going to be a lot better experience. I don't know, Connor, if you've got a guest plan for next week yet at all.
Not at the moment. We'll have somebody on. It'll be cool. I got a couple potential. So
I think I've got an idea for somebody that will be on next week for the Asphalt Podcast. So if we get that figured out, we'll talk more about that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Before we get too far into the outro. What the hell do they do at New Smyrna? Can you guys teach me by the end of the next 2 weeks? They race every night there for like 9 straight days?
They race cars, man. It's always race day. It's your place.
They have a little bit of like change in the schedule, but basically from Friday night.
We're getting a dirts for racing, asphalts for getting there comment right now.
So from Friday until next Saturday, so the 8 nights. Yeah, I say that.
What a show that would be.
That would be wild. But basically, so out of those nights, like the late models, super late models, they'll have one night off in that whole span. So they basically take almost like a full season's worth of racing and do it in just over a week's time. And so they'll have, I mean, one night, like the 4 cylinders will be there. One night they'll have, they'll have a various, series and stuff there.
And the main event is the asphalt super late models. And I know they'll have a wheeling race. Yeah, I'm asking.
I mean, yeah, the biggest series there would be the super late models, like that's competing night to night.
Called?
It's just super late models. It's not
sanctioned with Cars Tour or ASA Stars.
No, it is the new.
You got a super late model, you bring it.
Josh, cool. This is like the Wild West Shootout in late models. Very similar concept.
Yeah. So like each class kind of gets their own night. So like they'll have the Florida modifieds there, every single night. But then one of the nights it will be, the wheeling modifieds. They'll, every night they'll run a 40 lap super late model race, but then one night will be 100 lap. So like there's a whole bunch of racing action at that track, and it's always a great racing and fun to watch and fun to keep track of. It's a grueling week and a half, really, with practice and everything. And so it's crazy to watch, what those guys go through to get their cars going and successful every single night. Plus, if you're, big into the NASCAR asphalt scene, there's a lot of up and comers that will go down there to kind of prove themselves. So
a lot of crossover too. A lot of Cup guys that come down and race it, and
and I don't know,
Preece is going that night.
Yeah, Preece. When I was down there years ago, I don't remember what year it was. Preece was down there as well. So
one could call it the Oktoberfest of the South, Caleb.
Pretty much on steroids too.
Joe Shear Jr. going to be there?
Who?
Or Joe Shear?
Oh, we're doing this again.
My bad.
I would presume that Majeski might run one of them. Has he done it before?
He'll probably be in Florida anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, there would probably be some Joe Shear Jr. relation there. So.
Speaking of Majeski, one last thing I want to talk about. Cletus McFarland trying to get approval to run the NASCAR truck race at Daytona in the number 4 for Spire Motorsports. So,
Caleb, who do you want to shit on for this podcast? Because we haven't shit on a driver. Pick one.
We shit on LaJoy a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
Caleb's been shitting on LaJoy all night. That counts.
He's raced the Cup Series. Take another one, Caleb.
Define raced.
Anyone that could be a Truck Series driver at any race at any time. The fact that we can't approve Cletus, he's raced an ARCA race there. He's done the ARCA test. What the fuck? Come on.
Well, why? I never said that Cletus can't do it.
Publicly,
no, I know. I was trying to. Jennifer Jo Cobb has been in the Truck Series. Why can't Cletus be in it? That's what I was doing. So
if Chris Wright can get the fucking approval, then Cletus should.
There we go. There we go. Jesus Christ.
We gotta do it somewhere. God.
I at least Jennifer Jo Cobb gives a hell of an effort. Can't say the same for Chris Wright.
No, and so this entry list that already fucks is just gonna keep getting better.
It bangs.
Yeah, like it's awesome. Like you're telling me,
I can't wait for that Friday night. Is it next Friday night?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down Friday night next week, and I'm gonna see Tony Stewart, Travis Pastrana, Cletus McFarland, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. all draft in trucks. This is awesome.
I said I'd do an Iowa Wild game next Friday. God.
The anguish.
I'll be watching. Okay, I'll be watching. Yeah, it's fine. God damn it. That's fine. It's fine.
But yeah, we'll see. I mean, more than likely, Cletus will be approved to run that race. We've seen people that make 2 laps in the ARCA race and then crash out still get approved. So I don't foresee any issues with that.
Yes, popcorn read the outro. Go for it.
We
are
Nah.
Thankful.
No, we're not doing that bullshit. Be sure to watch next week for the Dirt Podcast. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Be sure to watch next week for the Dirt Podcast. Wednesday is the Asphalt Podcast. Tuesday is the Dirt Podcast. It's going to be a good time. We'll get some fan interaction like we've been doing, but it'll also be some pretty cool stuff coming. So, and we've got
Tuesday, 7 p.m. Wednesday.
We've got more stuff coming as well. So I'm excited.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Love all you guys. Thanks for tuning in. One of our best viewed shows for Asphalt on that side. So appreciate y'all. Thanks for being with us, and can't wait to have a slamming 2026.